Hey there, we're going to talk about River Islands today. It's a really cute community in the Central Valley, California, and we are here with Cody and Jennifer Love, who are expert real estate agents in the area. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Right, so you're going to want to stick around to the end because Cody and Jennifer are going to share with us an amazing restaurant that is coming to River Islands. Welcome to the Resquared Mortgage channel. Click subscribe to see more of the area around Central Valley to see if you want to live here because it's amazing. Tap the notification bell to get alerts when a new video is posted. All right, let's get into it. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
No problem.
You guys are not only real estate experts in the area, but they also live there. So I think who better to ask than not just people selling houses there, but really residents. So how long have you guys been in River Islands?
We moved in 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 years
So
now.
you've been there a while. That's awesome. Yeah. What's the average price of not price, but age of the people that live in River Islands?
It
Would
really
you say?
varies. It's pretty broad, to be honest with you.
There's a lot of young families, but there is also the older generation as well, especially with the jumping ahead, but with the Del Webb community just getting started.
Okay.
It's a big variety.
So that's a 55 and up community, right?
Yeah.
Del Webb, and it's right in River Islands?
It is.
Oh.
It's at the newest chunk of River Islands. It's pretty deep in there. But,
Okay. Well, how big is River Islands?
oh my goodness. They've expanded it recently. I believe we are...
That wasn't a question you
Wasn't a
asked.
question?
I know it wasn't a question, but
Wasn't researched?
yeah. I've driven through River Islands, kind of,
Yeah.
but it's...
Yes.
I mean, it's so much bigger than in Tracy Hills. You think, oh, Tracy Hills, and then you go there and it's where am I? It's so big. So
Yeah.
is River Islands a city or is it just a big subdivision within Lathrop?
It's a subdivision within Lathrop. We like to say
Okay.
it's the city within,
Okay.
because it literally will be eventually the city within.
Okay.
It is Lathrop.
Yeah, okay. So it'll always be Lathrop. It's
Yeah.
not like Mountain House was kind of Tracy address
There's
for a
no
while.
intention. Yeah, there's no intention for it.
There
to
won't be a mayor and a police department and all of that
There's
stuff.
a lot of.
I mean, there is the police department.
Oh, there is?
We
Oh.
did take Lathrop's police department, and there are talks about taking other facilities and just improving them.
Yeah,
Bringing them
and
to our area.
they were in a really run-down strip mall before, so the development as a whole, they deserve better. They need more. So now they have a brand new, beautiful police department.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Okay, that is awesome. I love that. So price point in River Islands, what's the range? Is it just super expensive and everywhere?
It can be.
It can be. It depends. It's quite a range of homes and home sizes, so it kind of fits everyone's needs. That's what we liked about it when we first moved in, albeit it was 2015, so we liked the price tag a lot.
Now.
And there was a lot less to choose from back then. So
There's a condo now. It's actually a new build condo, so it's a starting price at $501.
yeah.
And then there is a resale on the market, cheapest resale you can get, currently listed at $699.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
and that's a condo or a house?
That's
That's a single family.
single
Okay.
family
Yeah.
home.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
they're up there,
Yeah.
definitely.
What's the most expensive house in River Islands right now?
Currently, resale wise, it is 1.5.
Oh my gosh,
1.5
that's
million.
crazy.
Yeah.
Does it have a big yard? You never know,
kind of.
subdivisions kind of
It's
have
a
teeny
relatively-
yards or...
It's a relatively big yard.
Okay. It's
It's like
but the home itself is
74,000. Yeah.
pretty large. So
Yeah.
it kind of eats up a lot of that square footage. So I think the
Okay.
plus to that specific one is it overlooks the San Joaquin River.
Oh, okay.
So the backyard's completely exposed to
Yeah.
the San Joaquin.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I did do a loan or talk to somebody who there was a mother-in-law unit with the property. So are there very many houses like that are sort of that
There's a lot of options for it.
Okay.
I think none of them are, unlike Mountain House, I haven't seen, I think there's one development that has separate in-law quarters.
detached from
It's
the
a
house.
detached, but most of them are attached.
Okay.
Most of them
okay.
are optioned in as an attached piece.
Okay. Do you know very many people that use those as like a kind of a, they use it as a rental
Yeah,
property? Like it's a lot
them.
of that?
There's
Yeah,
a lot of them out there.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And that
helpful.
helps, right? That helps
Yeah.
with your mortgage.
When your mortgage payment's $8,000 or $9,000 a month.
Yeah,
It helps.
It
Yeah,
does.
for
It
sure.
definitely is something that we've been looking at too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there very many condo options in River Islands?
There's 3 developments right now that are condo. They're all built by Van Dale, amazing builder. They built
Stunning building.
probably more than half the homes in River Islands itself. And so they do have HOA. It is condo, so but it's the lowest one's like 105 or something,
Oh,
106. Yeah, so
that's
it's
a great
not
deal.
bad, and it does go up from there. That's the development without a pool and all the extra amenities. It's
The two
just-
newer ones have pools and spas.
Okay.
So it goes up a little.
Is there an HOA, like does everybody have an HOA fee or, okay, just those condos?
It's
Okay.
the condos. There's a cluster built by Lennar that also has. They all kind of share a little street. And
It's
they're
like a
They don't
driveway,
really
yeah.
have driveways, but they share. I don't know how to explain it, but we call them cluster built, just because they're so close to each other, and they all
Right,
kinda
like you
just,
drive into a driveway and everybody's
Yeah, it's-
yeah,
it's
and everybody
one-
kind of just
Yeah.
tees off to their own,
Okay.
And then the Del Webb has an HOA, and I believe that's 193.
193.
Okay. So here's here's a 55 and up question that I did not prep you for, but it just popped in my head.
Okay, let's see how
So
it goes.
let's see if they know this question, this answer. Okay, so the 55 and up community in Tracy does not have Mello-Roos. Does it have Mello-Roos in?
Yes, it does.
Okay, all right.
It does.
Yeah. So what's the tax rate? What's the property tax rate in River Islands?
It's fairly high.
It's about 2% if you
Okay.
include the Mello-Roos and all that. Actually, Del Webb sent us a whole breakdown, which is cool.
Yeah.
And so I believe the tax rate was 1.2, and the Mello-Roos was 0.99.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's
So
just
over
over
2%.
2%.
Yeah, so I think that is huge to keep in mind when you're getting pre-approved, is that if your lender is doing the 1.25% rate, which is kind of what we
Which is like a
estimate.
standard
Yeah, pretty standard. If you go to River Islands, you need to like double check your pre-approval to make sure you can
Absolutely.
still qualify. Because if you're walking the line, it's not going to work.
We tell all of our
Yeah.
clients the same. We tell them all, just listen, specifically tell your lender that you're looking in River Islands, not just Lathrop. Lathrop is entirely different than River Islands in that regard.
Right.
So it's just being very specific.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
benefits
And it's
people.
also different for the condos. I believe the first original ones,
Yeah.
don't quote me on the other 2 that have built, but when they were building, their tax rate was 1.6.
Yeah.
But then they have the HOA. So it kind of all
Yeah.
works
It all
out the same in the
balances
end.
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Getting away from
interesting to me. And the original homes were actually 1.8 was what we were told
Yeah.
when we first moved in. So it was interesting as it progressed into the second phase that
Yeah.
it was a little bit higher
Yeah.
as they went.
Well, the nice thing is, I will say, if you're 55 and up, you can take advantage of Prop 19 and transfer your property tax basis to there. So don't not look at River Islands or investigate
No,
because you
it's
think your
stunning.
taxes are going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
just like do a little research.
Right.
Right.
And there's no offense to it, but like I can't wait to hit that 55 age range because we just walking through there.
We just toured it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So nice.
It's stunning. It's
Yeah.
it's not completely divided like you feel like there's a couple in Manteca that are just kind of themselves. This one is within the community. And so you're still getting a lot of that community feel. You're not getting any of that divided piece that you would think about.
Right.
And so you get all the same stuff. I love it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just ask some of the stuff about like the infrastructure of River Islands.
Yeah.
What are the schools like? Are there like where do they go to high school? Is there a high school in River
There's
Islands?
a high school that is, I believe it's at phase 1 of the build out. So there are kids there.
I believe it's only freshman and sophomore right now.
Yeah.
Okay, because the others go to Tracy High, right?
They do. They
Yeah,
do.
okay.
And I think they're projecting to pull them back in, or at least start pulling them back in within the next year or so.
Okay.
Yeah, the school,
Nice.
the campus is stunning. I kind of wish I was still going to high school. It is.
You either want to be in high school or you want to be an old person.
Right, I'm down. There's no middle ground
It's
to
like,
it.
I'm
There's
not
no
happy
middle.
in this in between.
No, there's nothing there. But it's stunning right now. We've got 1, 2, 3 K through 8s.
Okay.
They're all public charter. And they're beautiful schools. They're beautiful schools. So their scores are fantastic. I believe Epic has got some really nice school scores right now. So
Okay. Nice.
yeah, but that's the newest one. There's plans for others. There's going to be, I think, another 2 schools, I believe.
Okay.
Maybe 3. I know that one of them is a temporary campus right now. And that one will be moving eventually. It's going to take a while, though, to move.
Okay.
They gotta
Gotcha.
put kids somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a grocery store in River Islands?
Not yet.
Okay.
That's
coming.
part of.
Is it going to be Trader Joe's? That's what everybody wants to know. Is it Trader
it's not gonna
Joe's?
be Trader
No, it's not going to be Trader Joe's.
That's a for sure no.
That's a for sure no. I do have to walk a tight line on how much information I do
that's
have
true.
on it.
That's true.
But I can.
But there is one coming.
There is one coming. They are
Yeah.
in final negotiations on things.
Yeah. And it's a big brand.
It's going to be a big box.
Yeah.
But it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's going to be located within our downtown. That's future
Oh,
coming.
nice. Okay. So where's downtown in River Islands? Because when I drive in, there's a lake and there's a boathouse.
Yep.
And
So
to me,
you're
that's
coming
downtown.
you're coming in
But-
technically in the old.
Okay.
The old entrance.
Original entrance.
Yeah, it's where we came through. It's where we fell in love with the community.
Yeah.
The downtown is going to be situated on River Islands Parkway, between River Islands Parkway and Summerston.
Okay.
So where the Welcome Center is currently, currently the Welcome Center is where it is. They're going to move it again. Both sides of River Islands Parkway, up until Summerston, will be the downtown.
Okay. And will it also have a gas station?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Well,
know
that's
which,
good.
and I don't know where.
It's helpful to know,
Yeah,
though, that
we are
there's going to
told
be a
gas is
gas
coming,
station.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not
And there
that there
is
isn't
one
a
just outside that just opened up. It's a Chevron that just opened up near that
okay.
Target, if you're familiar with Lathrop at all. So there's stuff close by, but not within River
Like within
Islands.
River Islands. Yeah. Okay. So so where is the main entrance then?
So it is technically off Luis.
Okay.
Luis turns into River Islands, and then
okay.
you take that bridge over the San Joaquin.
Okay. And that's Target, like that exit
That's
where
that
Target
yeah.
and
Target
In and Out.
In and
Okay.
out. Future location for Chick-fil-A is going there as well. They're
so
currently building.
dangerous.
I know. They're putting it all in there. They got Jamba Juice. They got everything
Oh my
going on right
gosh.
there. I'm
Yeah.
never going to
That's
make
so
it
great.
home.
Yeah. You won't ever have to leave
No.
again. Never.
No.
They'll
Yeah,
grocery
it's gonna
store
be
it. It'll
rough.
be perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. But that one should be, structure-wise, it looks like it's going to be probably another year or so
Okay.
before it's completed.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So the old entrance will still be there, right? Will or will they close that off?
There's talk of closing it off. I don't know as to when. I think it's going to be several years out
Yeah.
until they maneuver themselves again, because eventually that bridge will be 2 lanes in each direction.
Oh, okay.
So right now it's currently one singular bridge structure,
Yeah.
1 lane in each way. They're going to build again the second side
Yeah. Okay.
eventually. So I assume that once that traffic starts to pick up, they'll
Right.
move that to there.
Okay, I do have a question about the lake. So when you drive into the old entrance,
Yep.
there's a lake on the left, and it's pretty big. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a substantial sized lake.
Yeah.
Can you swim in it? Can you fish in it? Can you paddleboard? Like, what can you do?
Each
can.
one of
A
the
Duffy?
lakes.
Can you have a Duffy? Like, what is that?
So each one of the lakes are stocked. From what one of my angler friends, I guess you'd call them.
Yeah.
They're stocked differently. From what I hear.
And is it catch and release, or can you, like, catch and, do you know?
I don't know. I don't fish, so I don't really know. We hang out in the lakes quite often.
Yeah.
You're
You
not
can
technically
have-
allowed to swim.
Right.
Non-motorized vehicles is what they want.
Okay, so no Duffys, but maybe you could paddleboard?
You can definitely paddleboard.
Absolutely.
You can.
If you accidentally
sailboat.
fall in, it's,
I accidentally fall in a lot.
yeah, yeah.
I'm very bad at standing up on my paddleboard.
They just don't want you
yeah, they
doing
just don't.
laps. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no lifeguard on duty. Like,
Yeah.
they want you to be safe, so no liability on them. So don't swim in it, but if you fall off your paddleboard, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like full of chemicals that'll.
No,
like,
it's actually ground fed from the San Joaquin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
it is
awesome.
landlocked. It's not. There's no outflow. There's no nothing. That is a real big concern. We
Yeah.
spend almost every summer
Yeah.
Yeah.
hanging out in the lakes.
We host it. We call them lake takeovers, and so it's
Yeah.
just all of our neighbors. Everyone's invited. Bring your big inflatables, your whatever you have. Throw it in the lake. We tie them all together, and we just hang out and have a lake day. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw,
yeah, we take
that's so
advantage
cool.
of
We
it.
do. We love
Yeah,
it. We
that
love
is
them.
awesome. So you mentioned that there are lakes. So river islands. I'm assuming there's islands, multiple islands there. How many lakes are there?
They keep making more.
How do you make more lakes? I don't
They keep
understand.
digging
They
them
dig
down.
a big hole.
They're all
Oh.
man-made lakes.
They're all man-made,
Okay.
so it's a really neat process to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are I'd say there's 8 to 10,
Yeah.
give or take.
There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that
And
there's.
can you buy houses on the lake,
You
or
totally
is
can.
that okay?
Yeah, you totally can. There's a lot that have them literally on the lake, so it's very cool. They have their own private or shared dock. Some of them have private docks.
Yeah.
Most of them are shared with your direct neighbor.
Yeah.
Just one of them.
Right. Okay, so if there's a lot of water in the area, do you have to have flood insurance?
I think you're allowed flood insurance at this point. When we first moved in, we weren't. It was something
They
we.
wouldn't even allow it.
No.
Really?
'Cause
Like you
they-
can't buy extra insurance for
They
something?
built this giant super levee, and they're very secure about it.
Very
Everything's
proud of
great.
it. And
Yes,
it's a beautiful levee.
And then, oh my gosh, was it 3-4 years ago? The water level rise so much, everybody freaked out. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's gonna flood. Blah blah blah. It's not going to flood. No. It's probably the most secure place to live with on the river in the Central Valley.
Okay.
But because of that scare and all that, everybody wanted, that extra assurance. So they opened it up, and now we're allowed to have flood insurance, but it's not required.
But it's not required, okay.
required.
And
I
that
don't
really
believe
is
so.
the key, I think, is if it's required, then it's like one more thing
Yeah.
to make sure is in your pre-approval, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's nice that it's not forced on us,
Yeah.
but we can have that comfort of having it if we want.
Right, okay. So I assume there's lots of walking trails and
Oh my gosh,
Like-
yeah. There's one specific at this point. It should be, once it's completed, it'll be 18 miles of
Yeah.
a continuous loop.
okay, and like, is it paved or dirt path?
It's paved.
Okay, so you can ride your bike and stuff like that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's
I
lots
love
of kids
that.
that ride their bikes. And yeah, it's very cute.
That's so cute. Yeah. So you have mentioned before about how much you like the holidays and stuff. Like, just talk about that, because I think there's something very charming about just living in a community that really that just is a community together. Is almost like a family. I
Yeah.
love that. So talk more about the holidays at
Yeah.
River Islands.
Well, Halloween is off the hook.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you guys are big participants in
Yeah,
that.
well,
Yeah.
we actually host with River Islands. We host a trunk or treat event. Or now it's called the Boo Bash, and so we have a bunch of local businesses and stuff like that. We all just host a trunk and invite everybody within the community to come out. So that happened just a few weeks ago, and it was
So
amazing.
fun.
But
is there a main place for that? Like, where is that? Like
So
at the
currently
school
we're
or
hosting
like?
it at the Welcome Center parking lot.
Okay.
I think we're going to probably expand it next year. My goal is the
Islanders Field.
Islanders Field, the baseball
Oh, cool.
stadium that's out
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Hopefully we get to that point.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So there's a
that's-
baseball stadium
There's
up
a
there.
baseball
There's a
stadium.
baseball
There's so
stadium.
many things.
There's a baseball stadium. That is in the downtown. It's absolutely stunning. I couldn't tell you who built it. I knew at one point, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it is
Yeah.
a beautiful location.
And it's like for little league stuff, or is it like a
it's like semi.
like for kids? Like,
Yeah.
is it for youth? Like youth sports? Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, I think they do.
They do like the battle.
Well, maybe
of the
like an
badges
adult-
there and-
yeah.
They do older,
Yeah.
like so,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not.
It's
gonna
not a
get,
minor league team. I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at.
I think it's designed.
Is that the right
to
word for it?
potentially be minor league,
Oh, it is. Okay.
but I don't think it would house as many people as they'd want.
Mm.
It's kind of on a smaller
It's
side.
small, kind of
Yeah.
like the one in Manteca, the big league giant. Like it's small, but it's sufficient, and it's really
Gorgeous.
They did a really good job on it. It's really cute.
Oh, it's making me want to move
aesthetically
to
pleasing.
River Islands.
It is one of those elements, and where it's positioned is just super pretty.
Yeah.
It's right there, right as you drive in.
Yeah.
From that Target entrance.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
I think that's close to where they're going to be building the football stadium as well.
Yes, the high school football football stadium is going to be right next to it.
Okay.
So separate.
close to the downtown. It's all kind of one big section
Right.
of River Island.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Halloween, super fun.
Halloween, and the actual night of Halloween is amazing too. Like there's so many block parties going on.
Yeah.
It's like walking into a movie. Like there's trick or treat. Like you can't drive your car. Like
like kids
don't
running
suggest you
everywhere.
driving.
It is hundreds of
That's so
kids.
fun. I love
and
that.
It's really cool.
Tons of stuff to look at. Tons of people to
go
see.
all out.
Oh yeah. But then Christmas comes.
Yeah.
And Christmas is kind of where it's at right now.
Christmas,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. They have a holiday parade where like Santa's on the fire truck and they go through and they basically just go through the lit homes or like the lit streets, the crazier streets. But there's some sections where they do the arches over the sidewalk. And I don't want to brag, but we started it.
We started. We started them. We started them back in Mountain House when we were.
We do a huge light to music display for the community. I mean, for ourselves, but for the community.
Yeah.
And everyone just started putting arches, and it really is just to get electricity to your Mow strip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
sure.
just the whole idea, so you don't trip on cords, like trying to shove them between the
That's
sidewalks.
That's what I started them
Yeah.
with. Was
Very
I needed
clever.
something to bridge it over, and now it's there.
So you can go down. There's like 4 streets in a row that every single home does arches like that, and it's just so magical. Walking, like snaking
That's
through the
so
neighborhood.
cool. Okay, we've never been over there at Christmas
So
time.
you
Okay.
have
to come by, yeah.
It is. It's It'll put you in the Christmas spirit right away.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's something that I didn't expect to see out of a community, because communities are kind of just hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah.
This one really holds true to that comfort feeling.
Yeah, and the
It's
neighborhood,
maintained,
and
It's
I love
maintained
that.
it. We drove in that we like to call the older entrance past the boathouse.
Yeah,
That's what we saw. Like the boathouse wasn't there, right, when we first moved in. It was 2014, and it was just I knew from the moment we went around that first roundabout, this was home.
yeah.
This is where we
And it
needed
was
to
all
be.
dirt.
Yeah.
And it was almost all dirt.
It was dirt and
Yeah.
California poppies. Like that's all we
Yeah.
saw. We're like, this is it. We found it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It was really
That's
cool.
so cool. So when do you start setting up Christmas?
We should
Like,
start
is it
this
ready
week,
for
like,
the day after Thanksgiving? Lights come on. Boom.
the goal every year?
Our goal is day after Thanksgiving. We usually make a secondary goal of December 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, December 1st is like 2 days after Thanksgiving
Yeah,
this year.
Thanksgiving's
It's
so late this
You
year.
don't
It
have a lot of
is.
time, Cody.
We
Get
don't
on
have
it.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
I know. We should have. Honestly, I should have started probably a week ago.
Yeah,
with the amount
like
of
the day
lights that we
after
put up.
Halloween.
Yeah.
We added.
Yeah.
There's actually a Christmas decoration in our car right now.
Oh,
that
really?
we just
Did you
bought.
just go? You went and picked it
We
up?
just bought it yesterday. We
It
don't
was too
really.
big to take out of the car. We're like, oh, we gotta pull it out of the
Yeah.
driveway again.
It's a rough one. We add between last year and this year, I think we added about 10,000 more lights. To our
Oh
display.
my gosh, that's
Yeah.
so funny. Do you guys have solar? Like, how do you?
We do have
it's
solar.
just an expensive time of year.
We
You
do
just
have
accept
solar,
it.
but I also have dedicated power that an electrician of mine
Yeah.
put into the house. So,
Well,
yeah.
it's all
You are,
LED.
like, all in
it
it.
doesn't really go up. I mean, it goes up probably about $100, maybe $150.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's really
yeah.
not that bad in comparison to what people expect.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
would have
right, yeah.
imagined it was like, and here's your PG&E bill. Here you go. It's
Yeah,
like a
no.
zillion
It's
dollars.
No, it's not that bad, but it is all LED and it's
Yeah.
lights to music, so it's not constantly on.
Yeah.
It goes in waves.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of nauseating, and I feel bad, and I apologize to my neighbors.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I do. It's hard, and,
Like,
and
I'm
our
sorry, and you're welcome.
our tunnel
Right,
ends at our mailbox. And so
Okay.
not knowing what I was doing entirely, programming each song, because that's what I have to do is program each song.
Yeah.
The lights flash like in the worst way. It is the most
Oh.
nauseating thing.
Yeah.
And I won't fix it because I like it.
Nice.
It's very fun.
Although all the neighbors are really sad when it turns off because it really
Yeah.
does light up the mailbox. It's
Yeah.
just right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's so magical. You would have to just be really a Scrooge to not
It would
enjoy
be a
it.
rough one.
Yeah.
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 And we kind of go all out for all the holidays. Everybody in the neighborhood does everything. So 4th of July is really cool.
Oh my gosh, 4th of July sounds like a war zone. It's beautiful if you look up, but if you're in your house, you just hear it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I love that. Are there any cons that people should know about living in River Islands? Anything to
Just the
anticipate?
high tax rate,
Just the
really. I think
taxes.
that's the biggest.
The tax rate, I think, is definitely one. The location, the distance
From the Bay
Yeah.
Area.
from the Bay Area. The traffic is a real thing, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
And we explain to each one of our clients the same thing. This is what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You know,
Is
it
there a
was-
hotel yet in River Islands, or
Not within
not-
River Islands
okay.
at the moment. I think that there's talk
There probably will be at some
eventually.
point.
Yeah. There's a lot that are going on without or outside of the development.
Right. Yeah. I always tell people like rent a hotel room or an Airbnb. Maybe there's some Airbnb,
yeah.
Yeah, so
right?
there's a few of them. Yeah.
Or one of those handy little ADUs that are
Yeah.
at the houses, right? And just practice your commute, because it's
Yeah.
like to just say like, oh, it's gonna be an hour, or
Mm-hmm.
like it's just being in it is so different. So I think it's really
It's
important
different,
to. And maybe you only do it once or twice a week, and it's not a big deal, right? And you can work
Right.
from home the other days, so
That's
it's
what
okay.
we kind of conversating about is how many days a week do you actually go into the office?
Right.
Yes. Can you work from
Can
home?
you work from home?
Yeah.
Is it an option to work from home?
Yeah.
And most of the time, thankfully, they do.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it benefits
that's
them.
really good. Okay, so is River Islands is there a lot of commuters then in
I would say
River
there's,
Islands?
there's an awful lot.
yeah.
Yeah. Which area do they commute in most, would you say?
I would
Like
say
mostly Bay Area?
mostly
or-
Bay Area. We
Yeah.
don't really see a lot of what we call reverse commute going
Yeah.
the opposite direction.
Yeah.
There's some.
There's some.
but
There- I
not a
wouldn't-
whole
yeah.
lot.
Going to
Most of them are-
Sacramento or something.
Yeah, I think there's a handful that go to Sacramento, but not too many.
Yeah, mostly Bay Area. Is there public transportation in River Islands? Like, or is it very close to an ACE train, or?
There's an ACE train location within Lathrop. I'm not quite sure how far
Yeah,
it is.
it's like 5-minute, 8-minute drive max.
One of our
Okay.
friends was
Yeah.
biking, like bicycling to it.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh.
obviously, it's close enough to do that, so
Yeah.
that can't be that bad. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
there
very
is talk
close.
about
Valley Link.
that's what it was. I'm like, I
Is
couldn't remember
Valley
what it was.
Link? What's
So
Valley
Valley
Link?
Link will link the valley eventually, and it's going to be within the business center.
Okay.
Yes,
That's gonna
which will
go
be
in.
on the other side of that lake when you drive in the old entrance.
Oh,
So
okay.
across the way from the boathouse in that auxiliary parking that they put in,
Yeah.
that whole big empty location will be the business center eventually.
Okay. And business center, what does that mean?
It's going to be small offices, telecommuting situations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dry cleaner, nail salon, like that kind of
I think it's
strip
going to
mall
be
kind
more
of stuff? Or?
businesses,
Oh, okay.
like work,
Commercially
commercial,
type
Gotcha.
thing.
commercial wise.
Okay.
Anything else is going to go into the downtown or into the separate downtown little locations that are going to be throughout the
Right.
development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Is there a bus that goes through River Islands yet that would take you?
Nothing
That you know
goes
of?
through River
Not,
Islands.
no, I know there's quite a bit of
There's a lot of people that carpool.
there's a lot of carpoolers.
And
Totally.
they'll park at the old Welcome Center parking lot, and they'll all just hop in one car and
Oh,
commute
okay.
and take
Do you
turns.
have to have a permit for that or not? No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not until this
Yeah.
exposes it.
Well,
I'm not quite sure. Honestly,
Yeah.
we don't commute. So thankfully, we have not had to commute our whole career. So
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you guys share a little bit about what you do as real estate agents and how you are the best ones for the River Islands area, other than just like
Yeah.
loving it. Like,
we
you
love
know,
it.
how
We
does
have a
that
ton
help?
of passion for the community, obviously. We've not known any different. We've worked together since we were 19 and 20. So it's just been a natural thing for us.
Yeah.
Husband and wife team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. So do you work outside of River Islands, or
Oh, for
do you
sure.
just
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're all over the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as we can go.
We
in
try
any
to
direction.
keep it within an hour drive because, when those once in a while we got to commute, that is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad
I
for
know.
everybody that commutes when
I
we
know.
have to do it, and I
Yeah.
just have to remind myself it's just on a Tuesday, and I
Right,
don't have to
it's
go back
fine.
Wednesday.
Right.
But it's fine, But we do. We've done work out like all the way out into Pleasanton, Oakland, things like that. So.
Yeah. But definitely, like, you guys are the experts, I think, for River Islands. And I think when you live in it, it gives just like
Yeah.
this totally different perspective.
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps that we live, we dwell, we enjoy, we love it. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of comes natural to us to be a part of that community as
Yeah.
well as we are. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
love
many
it.
things. We're part of so many different groups, bunko, bocce, like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
different things. There's so much to do.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
it's a very active community.
Yeah, I love
Very
that.
active.
That's so cool. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna put your information in the video links below. So if you want to connect with Jennifer and Cody to buy in River Islands,
Yeah. Or sell
I'll
your
help you
home
get
if you have to
yeah,
leave.
or sell, yeah, if you're gonna move out of California because you're not gonna be here anymore.
Right.
Yeah, no, you guys are great, and of course you want to
you.
get pre-approved. The lending is a little bit different in River Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because of the price point.
Yeah.
So you, like we mentioned at the beginning of the video, there is a very amazing restaurant coming into River
Michelin
Islands.
star and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about that.
So I say we, like I own it.
You're involved.
I'm very involved.
I'm the mayor of.
Right? I'd love to be. Kind of. River Islands has acquired Redwood Cafe out in Modesto.
Modesto.
Yeah.
So what that means is that we're physically taking that location and bringing it to River Islands.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
staff,
Yeah.
building,
Some
potentially
of the trees.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
so they're
gosh.
known for their redwood trees. And according to the arborist, redwood trees do not move very well. So we'll see how well that works.
They survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going to try to take them. So it was
It's either that or they're going to get leveled. So
Yeah.
might as well try.
Yeah.
the church that borders that restaurant's location bought the property.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so that's
gonna level
physically
it all.
being maneuvered.
Into parking lot or something.
Yeah, I believe so. And so, Susan and her team, Susan Deloso and her team, took it upon themselves to bring that here and keep that business alive. So
Yeah,
everybody is staying. It'll be an interesting transition. It should be open this time next year.
Okay.
So
And it's a
that's it.
steakhouse, or
It is.
Yeah.
It is a lot. There's a lot involved in it. The food
Okay.
is
Yeah.
unbelievable. The drink menu is fantastic. The atmosphere is
Yeah.
top tier.
There's a beautiful courtyard. I mean, its current location, which it's all should move over the same way, if not better. There's a beautiful courtyard area that you can just go have a little nightcap or a little date night, have some,
and
finger foods.
it'll be a wedding venue too. Is that what you mentioned?
It currently is utilized as a wedding venue. So it's getting a larger site to be moved onto than what it currently is. I think it's like 1.25, 1.5 acres.
In
It's going to
Modesto?
be in Modesto,
Okay,
and it's
yeah.
going to be moving to a 2-acre-ish lot
Okay.
in River Islands, and it'll
That'll be so nice.
It'll have river views as well as downtown views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be up on the levee.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome.
It'll be a very
I
neat
love that.
location.
It's always good to have some good restaurants closer.
Yeah.
It's within walking distance for us, so
I know. We can
Yeah.
walk.
I'm excited for it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Roll me home after I eat my filet
Oh my gosh, I know.
and the bread pudding.
That bread pudding.
Oh,
Here,
so
yeah.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being a part of our journey on this,
Thank you for having us.
exploring the
you.
Valley YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it. We love having some experts